Age is just a number, goes the saying we immediately embrace when birthdays are around the corner. However, in our detail-obsessed pop culture environment, our favorite character's age can be higher than required, usually presenting a difficulty for writers or a continuity gap for fan bases to worry over. How long will we pretend that the Stranger Things kids look like they're in high school? Let's discuss. While the events in Hawkins unravel at a glacial pace, the characters are growing up too quickly. While Hollywood has improved, you still wind up with 24-year-old Joe Keery as 17-year-old Steve Harrington in Stranger Things' first season. That's more difficult to pull off with preteens and younger kids, which is why Stranger Things producers, the Duffer Brothers, did a great job casting younger actors for their middle school characters in that first season. Eleven was the same age as Millie Bobby Brown at the same time. Finn Wolfhard was just a year older. Will Byers, played by Noah Schnapp, was a year younger than his character's age. The fact that everyone dressed the part was a significant reason that the show could connect powerfully with viewers. We started with kids who are aging twice as rapidly. While Season 4 takes place only 3 years after Season 1, the actors are now 6 years older than when they first began filming the show. That margin might increase depending on how long it takes before the 5th and final season begins. And although it's possible to cast 20-somethings who still seem like teens, it's far more challenging to throw 12-year-olds who appear 15 when they're 18 or older. That's partly because children change as they grow into tweens and adolescents, but it's partly because Stranger Things and similar TV series are so centered about being a kid and the process of puberty and growing up. Even though we know the characters are intended to be younger than the actors playing them, it's far more difficult for the audience to buy into the storyline once the performers seem grown up. Lost creators wrote poor Walt off the program not long ago because Malcolm David Kelly's growth was outpacing the show's tight time frame. In a program like Lost, where every minute detail may be a clue to solving a more excellent mystery, an abrupt age disparity with no in-universe explanation could do more harm than good. Fortunately, Stranger Things creators have teased an unavoidable final season time jump. I'm not sure we're ready to disclose what will start filming. Matt Duffer tells TV Line, however, most of it is well planned. They'll likely revise the script and make improvisations as they have in the past. At least one part of Season 5 appears to be set in stone. Given how rapidly the show's young stars are maturing, they're confident they'll execute a time leap, according to Ross. He added that they'd had an incredible time shooting with the current cast, who have grown up before their eyes. They're comfortable working with the same cast, and it's unlikely they'll be replaced. Instead, they'll be accommodated with a time jump. One difficulty with the show's season gaps, particularly the unusually long one between seasons 3 and 4, can be blamed on COVID. It's during this time frame that its young cast matured very quickly. We have this present divide within Season 4 too, because they couldn't finish production on the last VFX-filled episode for one massive binge drop, so it's not surprising that they couldn't film an entirely new season back-to-back with Season 4. It's unknown how much time has passed. What's going on in Hawkins appears to be urgent, that there must be some reason why everything just stopped for a few years, if that's how long they're planning to freeze time. However, it's safe to assume that Vecna will regenerate or recover for a few years until he returns to demolish what's left. We'll have to keep chalking up our ideas till the writers give us more insight into what we can expect with Season 5. Can we hope for a high school or university-based storyline next season? Or maybe time travel? The 1 year out of high school youngsters are in real life 30 years old or getting there, and the youthful cast that's supposed to be in early high school may all be in college soon. With everyone looking their age, what happens next? Does this imply that Season 5 will be set in college? We doubt it, considering there's probably too much commotion to fit in a considerable quantity of college-related narratives. We think they'll jump ahead to high school graduation, which will be in a few years, but we don't know for sure. Those who've seen Volume 2 know that Nancy and Jonathan reunite and casually begin discussing their college plans. We'll likely see them all in different places next season, or not, given that the world seems to be at an apocalyptic junction in time. They decide to live out the rest of their days together. And what about the Upside Down being stuck in 1983? Why was it not addressed? The Upside Down having frozen time doesn't play a role in Volume 1 in any meaningful sense, but as Levi has previously stated, there aren't many accidents in Stranger Things, so it's going to become crucial at some point soon. Could our heroes utilize it to undo certain events if any of our heroes are slain in Volume 2, as Iron Man, Captain America, and others did in Avengers Endgame? Stranger Things' introduction introduction of time travel has long been theorized about by fans. The show is shamelessly sci-fi, and the Duffer Brothers have freely discussed how it was influenced by 80s film like E.T., The Extraterrestrial, and The Goonies. It's not a reach to believe Back to the Future would also be a title they'd mention. Now, time for some other news. So, does Stranger Things end with Season 5? Stranger Things Season 5 will be the closing chapter in the story of Eleven, her friends in Hawkins, and the Upside Down, but it will not be the final Netflix series set in the Stranger Things universe. When the Netflix show's end date was announced, the Duffer Brothers hinted at a possible spin-off series, saying there were plenty of ideas for expanding the show. They've already cooked up some adventures and unexpected heroes for fans, but it'll be a while before news surrounding future shows is released. The entire cast is in the dark about this except for Finn Wolfhard. The Duffers revealed that he correctly guessed what their ideas were. So, anyone got Finn's number? We want to talk. In the meantime, we can speculate about a probable release date. Before the pandemic, each season took about 6 to 7 months to film. Considering how much effort goes into VFX editing post-production, a show is ready for release over a year later. As a result, we anticipate Stranger Things Season 5 may not be aired at least late 2023, or realistically, the following season will most likely begin filming in 2024. Season 2 and 3 were 2 years apart because of the pandemic, so the Duffers won't hesitate to test our patience because this is the final season. They're going to want it to go big, so Season 5 may be even longer. We'll keep you updated as the filming progresses. To conclude, these are our best guesses for Season 5's plot. Stranger Things Season 5's plot is unknown at this time. However, the Duffer Brothers have indicated that they have the entire series worked out. Matt Duffer said in an SFX interview that the ending was decided and finalized. David Harbour has said that they're adding new elements to the show and are doing their best to execute a definitive ending to the series. Season 4 ended with each group in Nevada, Hawkins, and Russia inadvertently working together to take down Vecna. While Max is baiting his mind at the Creel house, Robin, Steve, and Nancy burn his vulnerable physical form in the Upside Down. Eleven's thoughts find their way to Max to aid her in facing off against the great enemy, while Mike and Will submerge her in a homemade sensory deprivation tank. However, as Will mentions eerily at the end of episode 9, Vecna is alive. The season concludes with Will being the first person to sense Vecna or the Mind Flayer. So does that mean Season 5 will circle back to the character with whose tragedy the series started? We're willing to bet Will, who has been subdued and pushed out of the light since Season 3, might just be a strong character next season. Matt and Ross have previously mentioned that they would like to find something new to do with Grace Van Dien, who portrays Chrissy, and Sean Astin, who plays Joyce Byers' sweet-natured, ill-fated lover in Season 2. Could this be another veiled hint towards the possibility of revived characters in the future? Even Joseph Quinn has said he'd love to be brought back for Season 5, though we did see him get eaten alive and die in Dustin's arms. If anything, we can bet fans would kill to see him be resurrected, except as Eddie and not as undead creature under Vecna's control. And that's a wrap for today's video. What stories are you hoping to unfold in Stranger Things Season 5? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next video.